Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let me tell you, the Detroit Lions in 2024, they made history. No doubt about it. The team was on fire during the regular season, finishing with a franchise record 15 wins and just 2 losses. That's right, a 15-2 record. A clear statement that the Lions are no longer just a team on the rise. They are contenders, playoff regulars, and in 2024, they truly dominated the NFC North, sweeping their division rivals for the first time ever. This was a season where everything seemed to click. Their offense, led by a dynamic squad, lit up the scoreboard like never before, racking up a staggering 564 points, the best in the league by a mile. That's an average of over 35 points per game, showcasing their explosive capabilities on offense. Plus, they finished with a plus 222-point differential, which speaks volumes about their ability to outscore opponents comfortably and control games from start to finish. But as we all know, in the NFL, regular season success doesn't guarantee postseason glory. And while the Lions had high hopes heading into the playoffs, their journey was cut short in a way that surprised many. They faced the Washington Commanders in the NFC divisional round, and unfortunately, that game exposed some vulnerabilities that had been lurking beneath their shiny surface. Washington, led by a resilient offense, managed to put up 45 points against Detroit's defense, which, while solid overall, struggled to contain the Commanders' high-powered attack. The final score was 45-31, and that loss was a jarring reminder that, despite their offensive firepower, Detroit's defense still has work to do if they want to contend deep into the playoffs. Now, that game highlighted a critical issue. Their secondary, which had been a concern all season, was exploited by Washington's receivers. Dyami Brown, a receiver not necessarily considered a top-tier star, caught 6 of 8 targets for nearly 100 yards, and quarterback Sam Howell threw for 299 yards, exposing gaps in coverage that Detroit couldn't plug. Injuries also played a significant role. Pro Bowl edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson, who had been a cornerstone of their pass rush, was limited during the postseason, and that hurt their ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks. When you lose that kind of talent, it's like losing the engine that drives your defense. Turnovers and lapses in coverage sealed their fate, and it marked only the second time in league history that a team with 15 wins got knocked out in their first playoff appearance. An unfortunate, yet clear sign that they need to get better, especially on defense. But here's where things get interesting. The Lions are not the type to sit back and accept setbacks. No, they're a team that learns, adjusts, and aims higher. And one of the key moves that could dramatically shift their fortunes in 2025 is acquiring a player who can make an immediate impact, someone like L'Jarius Sneed. Now, Sneed is currently a cornerback for the Tennessee Titans, but the Titans are in rebuild mode, and that means they might be open to trading him. The Lions, on the other hand, are looking to bolster their secondary, especially after a season where their coverage often gave opposing offenses too much room to operate. Why Sneed? Well, this guy has built a reputation as one of the NFL's top shutdown corners. He's known for his adaptability, his toughness, and his ability to lock down some of the league's best receivers, whether in man or zone coverage. His playoff experience, including deep runs and some championship-level battles, could bring a much-needed leadership element to Detroit's young secondary core. Imagine Sneed lining up against wideouts like Justin Jefferson, Davante Adams, or Tyreek Hill, players who can stretch the field and cause chaos. Having a reliable, experienced cornerback who can shut down one side of the field would allow the Lions to be more aggressive up front, to blitz more, and to take more risks knowing they have a solid man-to-man cover guy behind. Now, let's talk about the current state of Detroit's secondary. They made some good moves in the 2025 NFL Draft, adding depth at safety with promising prospects. But the cornerback position remained a glaring hole, one that could be exploited by top-tier offenses. That's why acquiring Sneed makes so much sense. He's not just a solid player, he's a game changer. His ability to shut down receivers can buy extra seconds for the pass rush, help contain the deep threats, and turn third-and-long situations into manageable plays for Detroit. It's this kind of upgrade that could be the difference between a playoff appearance and a deep run in the postseason. And let's be real, folks, the NFC is stacked with elite wide receivers. Justin Jefferson in Minnesota, who's arguably the best in the league right now, is a nightmare for any secondary. Then you've got players like Tyreek Hill in Miami and Davante Adams in Las Vegas. If Detroit truly wants to compete with the best, they need to have someone who can neutralize these threats. Bringing in Sneed isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about making a statement that they're serious about winning and that they're willing to make bold moves to reach the Super Bowl. Now, talking about the trade itself, it's not as complicated as it might seem. Sneed is currently under contract with the Titans, but they are in a rebuilding phase, and they're likely looking to acquire draft capital to speed up their process. The Lions, on the other hand, have some valuable assets, draft picks, young players, and cap space that could make a trade feasible without giving up their core. It's a low-risk, high-reward move. They wouldn't have to part with their top-tier stars, but they could add a player who's proven he can perform under pressure, especially in playoff atmospheres. Looking at the bigger picture, this move would send a clear message to the league and to their division rivals. The Lions are not content with just being good, they want to be great. They want to make that leap into serious Super Bowl contention, and strengthening the secondary is a crucial step. The NFC North is no longer a pushover division. The Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, and Chicago Bears are all building and improving, and the Lions need to stay ahead of the curve. A player like Sneed could give them that extra edge, that extra confidence that they can contain even the most explosive offenses. And it's not just about stopping the top receivers. It's about creating a culture of physicality, resilience, and elite defense. Sneed's playoff experience and leadership qualities could be instrumental in shaping that culture. Young players like rookie cornerbacks and safeties could learn from his approach, his work ethic, and his competitive spirit. Detroit's coaching staff would undoubtedly see the value in adding a veteran who understands what it takes to succeed in the postseason, especially when the stakes are highest. Now, for all the Lions fans out there, I know how passionate you are. You've seen the ups and downs, the rebuilds, the heartbreaks, and the incredible moments of this franchise's history. And this season, they showed everyone there for real. But it's clear that to take that next step, they need to make strategic moves that can turn potential into consistency and regular season success into postseason dominance. Acquiring Sneed could be that move, that piece of the puzzle that makes all the difference. Imagine a defense that can lock down opponents, top receivers, that can pressure the quarterback relentlessly, and that can give the Lions a real shot at not just making the playoffs, but making a deep run all the way to the Super Bowl. So, as we look ahead to the 2025 season, keep an eye on Detroit. The team is already trending upward, and with a smart addition like Sneed, they could be the team everyone's talking about come playoff time. It's about making bold choices, about investing in the right players, and about believing in the process that put them on the map last year. The Lions are no longer just a team on the rise. They are a team aiming for the top, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. The NFC North better watch out because Detroit is coming, and they might just be bringing one of the league's best shutdown corners with them. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And really, folks, that's what makes the NFL so exciting. The constant evolution, the strategic moves, and the endless possibilities. The Lions have shown they can compete, but now they're looking to elevate their game to a new level, and acquiring a player like Sneed might be just what they need. Imagine the impact of having a shutdown corner who can match up with the best, who can change the course of a game with a single play, and who can provide leadership in critical moments. That's the kind of addition that could turn a good team into a great one, and perhaps, finally, bring that Lombardi trophy back to Detroit after all these years. This franchise has a rich history, full of iconic moments and legendary players, but it's also a franchise that's constantly evolving, always striving to get better. They have the talent, they have the coaching staff, and they have the passion of their fans. Now, what they really need is that one piece, something to push them over the edge. And I believe that the pursuit of L'Jarius Sneed could be exactly that. The Lions are already making noise. They're already setting the stage for a serious postseason run, and with Sneed in the fold, they could be unstoppable. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Are they making the right move? Do you believe Sneed could be the missing link that takes them all the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters. And remember, I'll be back very soon with even more updates, analysis, and news about your favorite team. The Detroit Lions are on the rise, and the future looks incredibly bright. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep rooting for the team that's ready to conquer the NFL once again. Thank you for being part of this journey, and as always, go Lions!